She makes me wanna take her down.
Welcome to a brand new episode of the LEZ Factor. Not only is this a new episode, but we have a brand new cast in a brand new city. So LEZ Factor is coming to you straight from New York, and we have new cast members. We're starting with Elle. Elle is a photographer, aspiring actress. Next to her, we have Nadia. Nadia is an artist. She does Afrocentric mermaids. Go figure. Love it. We also have Felice. She is an experiential event producer. So I'm trying to go to one of her events personally, but you know, make sure you look out for her and her events as well. To my right, we also have Amy. Amy is a retail business owner and a mortician. A little morbid, but yeah, we're about to work with that. We appreciate it. Next to her, we have Amira. Amira is the director, creator. She does some editing. She does a little bit of everything for New York Girls TV. She is awesome and amazing, and we're so totally excited to have her with us. Next to me, we have Tay. Tay owns the store. You can go look it up. It is the BrooklynStore.com. All right, and me, of course, I'm your host, Eryn, also known as Incognito on Instagram. So let's get started. All right, so first question, preconceived notions. What have people told you they thought of you before they met you? Tay?
Probably that I'm standoffish a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm not. I'm friendly, smiley, happy person. I'm pretty nice, right?
Yeah. Amira?
People have thought that I was kind of like an evil,
A little bitch.
little bitch, because I'm that person who has that straight face, you know, kind of that thinking serious face, but I'm really, really happy and on the inside.
On the inside.
On the inside, yes.
Amy?
I'm definitely a player. I'm a dog. Yes, always.
That's what people think about you?
I always get that.
Okay. Felice?
I'd say that I'm standoffish and stoic, I guess, unapproachable, but that's not the case.
Not the case. Nadia?
It's not the case.
I've gotten half is that acidity. I appear acidity, and the other half is that I'm a sweetheart. So I'm a sweetheart though. So.
I've gotten masculine. Like, people think I'm a lot more masculine than I really am. I'm kind of a bitch.
All right. For me, I get a lot that I'm an asshole, and that's fine because I am. It just depends on how you meet me. Like, I'm one of those people where if I meet you and I vibe with you, it's kind of instant. Like, I know if I like you or not within like 5-10 seconds. So if I don't know you and I don't like you, why am I going to invest my good energy on you? I'm not.
Right,
so I'm going to come off like an asshole a lot of times because I am. I also have t-shirts dedicated to that. Asshole t-shirts, Inc. I have those. But, you know, it is what it is. So building on that idea, preconceived notions. As you get older, do you notice that you have preconceived notions of others just from looking at them? We're gonna start with you.
Yes. I mean, I feel like we judge everyone based on their appearance and what they present. So it's hard to put that aside because you're going against what they present themselves with. You know what I mean? Like, I can't know your personality just by looking at you. So I'm gonna just assume something about you.
Okay.
Naturally.
Nadia?
Yeah, definitely. Because when I did meet you, I thought that you were like some oldie, like masculine.
See?
And then after interacting with you, I realized
I'm a bitch.
So yeah, definitely.
Felice?
I try to not fall into the mold of like you are what you present. I try to just like let you be who you are, and then
You're an adult.
and then I just go off vibes. So that's my steez right now.
Amy?
I feel like, first impressions are lasting. So whatever I get, your first vibe, I'm going to go with that until you show me otherwise. Like, if I have to continue to be around you, then I'll learn otherwise. But when I'm first around you, if I get a bad vibe, I'm not going to stay around the energy at all.
Yeah.
Amira?
Yeah, I mean, I'm the same way. Like, as far as bad energy, I try to, if I feel that way, I'm kind of distant. But as far as, feminine, masculinity, I try to be open until what that person shows me,
Tay?
Well, I personally identify as queer, so I try my hardest not to have preconceived notions of other people because I know what it feels like. So I try my hardest to stay away from that. Can't say I'm successful at it all the time, but I try.
Yeah, I mean, it's weird. I had one cast member speak to me about another cast member in LA, and they were like, she's so feminine. It never occurred to me that she would be like the more dominant in the relationship. But because when I was like 24 when I met her, which was like eons ago, like for me, I met her as a dominant, aggressive femme.
Yeah.
So that's the only way I've ever seen her. But now that I've gotten older, then yes, there are some people I'd be like, oh, no. Or yes, they're this or they're that.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it's natural. And then I don't know. Like, I try not to because I know I don't fit into a lot of categories.
Yeah.
But I mean, what do you do? Like, you can't,
Exactly.
you can't avoid, a preconceived notion because some people are what they present and some people aren't. But I mean, vibes are vibes. I think those usually.
Yeah.
Since you mentioned queer, I'm gonna skip to question number 5. It said one of the cast members was quoted as saying, "I cannot stand the word queer and never want to be referred to as such. To me, it sounds like a disease that no one wants to catch. Plus, I'm not weird, freakish, odd, strange, or any other words that define queer. I'm a lesbian. So, what are your thoughts on the word queer?"
Clearly, since I identify as queer, wow, what an attack. No, I'm just joking. I feel like labels are labels. At this point in time, there are so many labels out there. You pick one that fits well for you. I personally don't find queer to be offensive at all. I feel like it fits my personality wonderfully. I'm gender neutral, so I feel like it encompasses everything that involves me. Yeah.
Amira?
I mean, personally, when I think of queer, the word queer, I think of gay, I think of flamboyant, I think of feminine. And I feel like as a gay person, I prefer gay. That's just a more general, title. But yeah, like queer, I feel like it's gay, it's feminine, and it more so represents like either a feminine guy point of view, or like a woman's kind of dominant kind of point of view when you say queer.
Interesting. Amy?
I really don't do labels, so I don't know too much about queer. I've never really looked into it, so I can't speak on that topic. I don't know anything about.
But literally, part of the definition is strange, freakish, odd.
That's me.
Strange, freakish, odd. Yeah, those are pretty much what the I don't know that it's what the gay community would define as queer, but it is what the definition in Webster's would define as queer.
Another thing, just speaking on labels, I feel like people are individuals and we come in these packages and we develop into ourselves. So just let that person be themselves without putting them in a box to be labeled. That's just how I feel about it.
Okay. Felice, how do you feel about the word queer?
I'm okay with all words. I mean, you are what you say you are. So if you're queer, if you're gay, if you're straight, lesbian, whatever it's gonna be, it's what you are. So I mean, the words don't bother me because I know who I am, and you clearly know who you are. So you're good.
Okay, Nadia.
I don't know. I tend to associate queer with androgyny. Like I don't feel like it's one and the same, but I feel like it's really similar. So that's how I feel about it.
Elle?
I feel like for me, queer has always been like outside of the norm, right? So like you have this thing that's like typical and normal, and queer is everything outside of that. And I do think that gay, lesbian, whatever all these labels are kind of fall outside of this societal norm. I'm okay with being queer. I refer to myself as queer. And I don't think it's a bad thing. I don't think it's odd or strange, but I do think it's outside of the norm, and I'm okay with that.
Okay. I don't know. For me, it's a couple of things. Like for me, I identify as a lesbian. And I feel like queer encompasses so many things that I don't really know what you are. Like, I don't have a problem being strange or weird. I've always felt that way. Like, I've never felt like, hey, I'm just normal, I'm average. I have a show about lesbians. Like, it's not something, I have an accounting degree and I have a fucking random web series. Yeah. So it's not that I've ever seen myself on the straight and narrow, but I feel like queer is kind of like encompassing so many things. Like, So if somebody tells me that they're queer, if I'm like interested in dating them, I'm like, so are you bi? Are you straight? Are you gay? I don't know what you are. Like I feel like
does it matter? It doesn't.
Yes, it matters to me.
It matters to you.
I'm a lesbian,
Yeah.
so I like to date other lesbians.
I feel you.
You know, so
I think queer kind of also encompasses like trans, and like it says kind of like I'll date anyone, not anyone, but like I'm open. You know what I mean? So it says like I'll date someone who's like a trans woman or a trans guy or you know whatever it is. But if you're a lesbian and you just want to date women, then that
So
that's
I have a
your
question
thing.
about this. Like, as for queer, is it as far as like how you present yourself or how you date? Like,
I don't think queer is how you present yourself because
or
there is no
or who you are.
no.
Excuse me.
No, I mean even as far as presentation, because I've met feminine women, I've met butch women who consider themselves queer. So I think it's more of who you're open to dating.
Okay.
So that's why I meant, like for me, I feel like it encompasses everything. Like I feel like lesbians have made bisexuals a dirty word, pretty much, because that's what I get on the YouTube videos. And so I feel like this queer umbrella now just encompasses everybody. So it's just like, I don't know what I'm dating, what you are, what your purposes are. I feel like there's like this huge umbrella of people and I'm just like,
I think
I just want to find a lesbian. Like, how hard is that?
That's the purpose of queer, though. Queer gives you the opportunity not to have to identify yourself
Right.
as something specific.
Right.
It gives you the opportunity to explore exactly who you are.
Yeah.
For me, sexually speaking, my sexual preference is only women. I don't date men.
Right.
However, my lifestyle is queer. You might see me in a dress one day. You might see me masculine one day.
Yeah, yeah.
I feel
So I guess I'm
comfortable.
like queer, huh? I mean, if
Depending
I
on your
was to label
definitions,
myself.
yeah. It just gives you the opportunity not to have to label yourself.
Right.
So
I
I
think
like
that.
that.
Yeah.
And that's
Yeah,
exactly
yeah.
what I said, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I've been called so many things at this point, it doesn't even matter to me. Like, I have friends, they were like, hey, what's up, fag? I'd be like, wow, okay, hello. Good morning to you,
You
too.
know, these days I feel like gay is more open than queer. So I feel like queer, when I think of queer, I think of Queer as Folk, like the show they used to have on HBO. So I predominantly think of gay
Showtime.
male. Yeah, gay males. I don't consider myself queer. Like if I called myself, I would say gay. As a woman, I would say gay. Queer, I think of feminine males.
No,
Personally.
that's the thing though. When I think
Yeah.
of gay, I think of men. When I think of the word gay, I think of two men. I don't even think of women. When I hear lesbian, I think of women. But
Well,
gay,
yeah, lesbian.
I normally think
definitely
of
call myself
men.
a lesbian.
Like,
When I think of queer, though, gay men is automatically what I think of.
I never made that reference to queer as
Yeah.
folk, but that makes sense.
Yeah, I guess it's because I think of queer as folk, but yeah.
Okay. All right. So next question. Devon, one of our followers, asks, I was raised in a Christian environment in Texas. Do you think, oh boy. Do you think being a Christian lesbian is an oxymoron, or does God have a place in the LGBTQ community? We're going to start over here. We'll go with Elle.
Come on, Elle.
wow. I mean, okay, so I'm not super religious. I'm more spiritual than I am religious. I don't consider myself Christian. I wouldn't put myself under any of those umbrellas. I mean, I have a set of beliefs. I don't know what God has in store for anyone, and I think religion, and I don't want to take this down a different road, but I do think it's set in place to help you get by, you know, to give you something to believe in and to get by your day to day. And I think if you think that he has a place for you, then sure. I can't tell you what I can't speak on that. You know what I mean? Like,
Nadia?
I was raised as a Jehovah's Witness, so I know all about that. But at the end of the day, I feel like Christianity, I feel like it shuts people out. Well, certain religions, I shouldn't say all. Specifically Jehovah's Witnesses, they do not believe that being gay is right. You know what I mean? So, I'm not, needless to say, I'm not religious now. I'm spiritual. And I don't believe in anything that excludes anybody. So if your Christian religion, your particular Christian religion excludes anybody, I don't feel like that it's right. Because for me, love is God and God is love. So if you're excluding someone, that means you're not loving them. That's all I gotta say.
Felice?
I am not religious, and I didn't quite fully understand the question in terms of like what they're asking, because it sounds like it's something that they need to ask to like their person, their belief. Like, I don't think I can answer that.
right, that's how it felt.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I don't know if you want to ask it again or you just want to like leave it like that, because I can't answer that question.
That's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
Amy?
Okay, so yeah. I would label myself as a Christian if I did have to label myself, but I would say that I'm more spiritual. So it's more about relationship for me. So in the relationship that you have with God, I feel like that you have to have that question answered by Him. Like, you have to go to Him and really find out, because I feel like the Bible is set up and it's so contradictory. Like, it'll tell you this and then contradict it over here. Like, so I'm not really sure if I can answer that question straightforward. I feel like it's something you have to, ask your maker.
Yeah.
Well, I was raised as a Christian and, predominantly brought up in the Church of Christ. And as I grew older, I felt like it was, religion is kind of something that it's something that you choose. And it's something that you kind of choose and take from the Bible or the Quran or whatever it depicts. Like, it's kind of how you take it in. But I feel like, at the end of the day, like, I believe that Jesus Christ is the Son of God, and I was baptized and I believe that, but I don't think that necessarily plays a part in my sexuality, so to say. Like, I feel like as a gay person, I can still be a Christian, and I can still believe and have the same faith that I do, but still have that same attraction towards women.
Right, so I too grew up in a Baptist church. I was an usher and everything. I know. But for me, as I got older, it was more so about the personal connection I have with God. I used to sit in the pews and hear the pastor tell me that my life was wrong. But I knew that I was being the best person I could be, and that's how I live my life at this point. My personal connection with Him means more to me than what man says.
So to piggyback off the religion, I really wanted to ask the question, like, can you separate the two? Because in your statement, you were saying, I can be this, but I can also be this. So I wanted to know, and I think that a lot of viewers would probably have the question, can you separate the two between your sexuality and your religion?
Personally, I feel like you can. That's the same as saying I'm black and I'm gay. It's still a difference between the two. It's still separating a religion and, a preference. I don't think it should contradict itself. I think you just kind of have to find that boundary, and you're a point of acceptance. Like, it's different from everyone, so. But I think you can definitely find a balance.
Okay. Most people seem to be spiritual on this panel more than religious, but that was a good question. But I know a lot of people who do separate it, and I know a lot of people who don't. My first ex-girlfriend, we dated for 5 years, and 5 years later, she's like, "It's a sin to be gay." I was like, "What?"
She should.
But she did.
You gotta give me my 5 years back. I don't know. If you gotta figure this out.
And now she does like children's church and children's ministry, and like she went completely to the left. She didn't talk to many of her gay friends. So I mean, each person is different, and it is what it is, and I accept that. The last question for this episode is, I cloned my girl's phone and found out she was cheating.
Oh God.
We've been together 2.5 years, and she's about to go to Dubai with her sugar mama. Dubai? She thinks I have no idea. She acts like everything is okay. Do I break up with her or go MIA? Tate?
Why are you
That is a real question. I can show it to you in email form.
Oh my gosh. Perhaps I'm super petty, but I would break up with her, let her know that I know, and make a big deal of it. It would be very grand how I reveal to her.
It'd be very grand.
Yes. Maybe the grand will know. I don't know.
Right.
Yes.
Screenshot.
Amira?
Okay.
Wait, question again.
I cloned my girl's phone and found out she was cheating. We've been together 2.5 years, and she's about to go to Dubai with her sugar mama. She thinks I have no idea. She acts like everything is okay. Do I break up with her or just go MIA?
Why with her sugar mama?
Take us both.
You know what? I'm the type to kind of, I am kind of petty, so I would play games. So I wouldn't necessarily break up with her, but I would be distant a little bit. See what the sugar mama has to offer after Dubai. You know what I'm saying? Like,
coins.
Right. And, just kind of bring it up afterwards. Oh, where have you been? What's up, sugar mama? You went to Dubai?
About to come home
And just kind of let that person basically explain themselves.
You cannot be emotionally invested to that. You can't be.
I mean, something like that, I'm not emotionally invested. Because at the same time, my girl wouldn't do that. If she was emotionally invested to our relationships,
it wouldn't be a sugar mom. It wouldn't be a big secret. So that's something to me that's kind of, you know.
But that doesn't take away your emotional investment.
No, it doesn't.
Because
But
she's not
at the same time, if she's not invested, I'm not gonna show them that I'm emotionally invested. Cause I'm that type. I'm not gonna. Oh, that's how you doing? Okay.
She's a Gemini.
I'm not gonna let you know that I'm unfaithful. That I've been. I'm gonna let you know. Oh, I see what you're doing.
Yes, the Gemini.
And I'm the Gemini. And I'm
The
gonna call you
Gemini.
out. And that's it. Yeah. And I'm a Gemini. So yeah.
Right.
Yeah, me?
So I'm a Gemini too. So can we do my flip side?
Yeah,
We're gonna do
do
both
the flip.
sides of this. On one side, I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna let her go to Dubai. I'm gonna take all the stuff out the house. She's gonna be done. She's gonna come home sleeping on an air mattress. I might even break
Is she
the
coming
lease while you're
home,
gone.
That sounds like
Yes.
right?
And then on the flip side, I would be petty and play them types of games and see, you know, like, so, oh, Sue can play that game. I got you. I'm gonna hurt you just like you hurt me. And then she's gonna be like, oh my God, but it wasn't me. Oh, it wasn't. No. And then I'm going to kill you with kindness. Bye-bye.
Kill you
Peace.
with kindness.
We're not acknowledging the fact that this girl cloned her phone. Why?
Wait,
We were trying to keep it a secret. So at that point, I'm gonna act like I know.
It's been time to go. You cloned the phone.
Felice?
I mean, by now, I hope that you have broken up with this person already. But if you haven't, break up with them and just listen to the new Drake album.
Revenge. I'll say the listen to your own thoughts. Nadia?
I am petty. I would just disappear. Like, I would just duck the fuck off. You would be hitting my phone up and I'd be like, this bitch.
Who is this?
Like, fuck out of here. Like, no.
I'm sorry, you have to know that I know. Like,
Yes.
you have to know
I cannot
that
just leave
I
like
can't
that.
just disappear. Like, you're gonna know that I know. You're gonna know that I was petty and cloned your phone. I mean, you're not coming home. Do we live together? Do they live together?
That was not the question.
If we
Yeah,
live
let's
together,
assume-
we
let's
don't
assume-
anymore. Like, the lease is in my name now. Do not come home. Stay with your sugar mama because I'm sorry. That's not gonna work for me. Like, that can't work for me. Like, and I can't. You're not what? No, I'm sorry. Dubai. Bitch, you live in Mars. Like, who is this sugar mama and why is she not taking both of us? The fuck? No.
Number one, I don't know how to clone the phone.
Right.
I don't know that. And for me, trust is everything. If I don't trust you enough that I feel like I need to go on YouTube and find a video to teach me how to clone your phone, like I'm already done with you mentally. I'm already done with you anyway. Like if I can't trust you, I can't be with you.
If I gotta buy an app, no. I
gotta
pay money for an app.
I'm done.
I'm done. I can't even look at my phone bill and see what happened.
But nah, trust is everything. So if I don't trust you and I feel like I might think about cloning your phone, I'm already gone.
Right.
So I mean, as far as I would let a person know, like I'm not gonna go MIA for what? Like that shit's childish. Like, oh, I'm gonna go hide and then you're gonna call me eventually. No, fuck you.
Right.
Fuck you, fuck your time, fuck you and your sugar mama. I want you kinda like, if you gonna fucking duck out on me, we need to both go to Dubai. That's what I'm saying. If she a real sugar mama, she take
us both.
all of us, cause I wanna go to Dubai too.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But
We're the birthday.
I'm not petty enough to like disappear and play them games. Like fuck you and your mama too, and I'm out of here. Like it's a
You
wrap.
know that I know.
Exactly. I need you to know. Like fuck you and your sugar
See me
mama.
on Instagram with a new bitch, like you're gonna be surprised as fuck. Be like, how's Dubai, bitch?
It wasn't me.
Right?
I didn't mean
Oh
it.
my God.
I didn't even want to go. Like what? No.
I don't have to explain nothing to
But
nobody.
baby, it
Like,
didn't
you know
happen
what you
like
did.
that. No, baby.
And that's deep. Like you gotta get a passport. Like if Shorty don't already got a passport,
Right,
like, you have to get a passport.
Like you got mad
Nah.
shit.
You gotta get a
bikini,
visa.
bitch?
Do you have to get a
You
visa?
got-
I don't know. Like
That's
that's
No, you don't get a visa, but you do have to get your passport.
how long are you
renewed.
staying? How long are you
Which
staying?
is a good
If you got your passport, you got your visa.
So wait, did you think that you was gonna leave me and then not talk to me while you was in Dubai?
Right.
We in a whole relationship.
What was the
Basically.
story behind that?
I just hit you up
visit you in
on
Dubai.
Twitter and Snapchat when I get
I need to know your full story.
Yeah, we
Email me.
need an
I need the whole story.
Right.
Evidently, we need the whole story to
We
give you the
need-
real advice. We need the
We
background.
need the whole story.
You know how
Right.
Drake's gonna be having updates. Can we have an update?
We need an update.
We need an update. So So
Where are
anyway,
you now?
this has been our first episode in New York, and we're so happy to have a whole new cast in a new city. We want to thank Graffiti Egypt for giving us the art that's on the walls today. Check out her page. We want to send a thank you to Geraldine for getting us the location here for us to film in. Thank you to Ryan of Brooklyn Boyhood for connecting us for the location as well. And thank you to all the new cast members who have joined us today. Join us in the next episode.